Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. It is Sunday, I believe August 18th. And today, of course, is Technical Difficulty Day. Diane Cornell is having an issue right now. We're hoping to get her in here. If we can't, we'll reschedule her. But, I promised I'd be here 100 straight days. Sick of looking at this face yet? So while we're waiting for Diane Cornell, let's talk about what all this is for. This is the 100-day challenge for the Power of Pink Summit and the Now Honors 2024. It's happening August. No, it's not. October 3rd through the 5th, right here live in Las Vegas at the Palms Hotel and Casino inside the Brendan Theaters. I am super stoked and excited about it. I cannot wait. And if you heard yesterday, we're also being blessed, honored to be able to present the Presidential Lifetime Achievement Awards to a few people at the event as well. So it's going to be absolutely amazing. Oh, is that Diane Cornell down there? I think she made it in. Buddy, are you here?
Finally here. I'm sorry it
Yes,
took so long.
you look amazing.
Thank you. So do you, darling.
Amazing. Look at the hair. Oh my goodness. See, we got to have we should have done this a couple of days ago so we had old home week.
Yeah, exactly. Old homework with the old girls.
Before we got into this mess. And I got to talk. We got projects coming up. Your name, I'm throwing your name out there all over the place. We need you. We need you. So you and I need to schedule a call. But we got to do work now. We came here to do work.
Okay.
Line producing. For the people that don't know, you've been in Hollywood in production for a minute, 20, 30 years, somewhere in that neighborhood.
35.
35.
Yeah.
You're a writer, you're a producer, you're a director. What got you into that business, that crazy business 35 years ago?
Accidentally, actually. I met someone and I didn't like what I was doing. I was working in law firms. I actually wanted to be a lawyer, excuse me, and went to law school and hated working in law firms and met somebody who was working in the film industry, and I got a job as an assistant accountant and started from there and worked my way up. And here I am, UPMing,
Wow.
line producing, a member of the DGA, a member of the PGA,
Wow.
and yeah, I'm very excited about it. I
Let's
love it.
jump into the deep end real quick.
All righty.
How is AI affecting your end of the Hollywood business? Is it affecting it all?
It's starting to. Yeah, absolutely. And I don't know too much about it yet myself, but there's going to be good results and there's going to be things people aren't going to like. You know, um, I think in the long term, years down the road, maybe, it might affect actors as far as even needing actors. It'll certainly
Mm.
affect locations, and we won't need to go to location because we can just generate it on the screen, whatever we want. So it'll change it. It'll be a changing environment. It'll be good and it'll be bad. So it's like anything with change comes good and bad, and I think I've said that 3 times, getting repetitious. But but
You're always repetitious. Why shouldn't they hear it?
yeah,
I hear it all the time.
yeah. But it's I don't know. I love it. I love filmmaking, even how it changes. When it changed from film to digital, people liked it and people didn't like it. I was one of the
Yeah.
people who didn't like it. I still
Yep.
don't like it. I still would prefer to shoot film. I think there's just a quality to it, a depth to it. It's richer. I don't need to see the pore on people's skins. I don't need to see up their nose and see their nose hair. I mean, details fine, but I mean, come on, it's a movie, it's a story. We're telling stories. We're storytellers. It's not that I need to see all that much detail. I mean, I went and saw Twisters the other day. I
I
took
did
my mom.
too.
Yeah, yeah. Now, I won't even ask you what you think because I don't want to influence your mindset on it. I was disappointed. Uh,
Mm.
the visual effects were stunning. They were great. The acting was kind of mediocre, and the
Yeah, compared
storyline
to the
was,
first one.
Yeah, yeah. Compared to
Absolutely.
the first one, and not only that, the character development wasn't there. The story wasn't as strong. It wasn't interesting. I mean, it held your interest because of the visual effects.
Yeah.
And my
And I was
mother liked.
really upset the cow wasn't in there. I mean, that was like the
Yeah,
famous
and
line.
my mother loved the country music. That was
Right.
a big thing. So I like the music, and it's like, okay, well, so visual effects and AI are a great thing, but when they're overused, I think it's a distraction. It's a detraction from the quality of what a story can be on film or in film.
There's all these terms in Hollywood, and I've been blessed to have you and a few others in my world that taught me all these terms over the years, but it's like above the line, below the line,
Yeah.
line producer, and that's your main, job. You do so many things, but being a line producer, what exactly is that?
Well, it's defined by the lines in the budget. There's many lines in a budget for each detail, each purchase, what's going to happen, whether it's crew or equipment, what the money is going to be spent on, hence the term line producer. But the job of a line producer is to basically spend that money, put it where it needs to put to create the highest quality product we can, keep it well on schedule, keep it within budget, and also uh, the line producer hires with a UPM, hires crew people. It makes equipment deals, insurance deals, everything involved in making of the movie. Really, the line producer is the one who, in my opinion, actually makes the movie. And it's a tough job. It's a very stressful job. Basically, the buck stops with the line producer. If there's a
Right.
problem, it's up to me to stop it, fix it, not let it happen again. I've been I've been fortunate in 35 years I've been doing this that I've never been over budget. I've never had an insurance incident on any of my films, insurance claim, and I mean, I do independent films, smaller budget stuff, not big studio pictures. I don't want the studio politics, but I love what I do, and I never plan on retiring. So,
You better not.
no, I've got
You
two
better not.
projects, two projects right now that one is with an executive producer out of New York, Mona Scott Young. You might know her from her dealings in the music industry. She's a very well known executive music producer. And Mona is working with me and Charlene Tenio um, on my Jackie Wilson project called
Oh,
Lonely
nice.
Teardrops. Yeah, Lonely Teardrops, and it's all put together. And Mona is right now shopping it, with the usual vendors, Amazon Prime, and so on. And we hope to get that made by spring next year. And my other horror movie project, The Invitation, which is one that I wrote. I also was one of the
You and
writers on
horror.
Lonely Teardrops. Oh yeah, I love horror movies. Love them. So much fun. And The Invitation right now is with an actress out of England, Charlotte Kirk. And Charlotte is looking at it to play our lead role of Maxine. And so hopefully we can get that going. We plan on shooting that in Oregon. So because
Nice.
Oregon's increased their incentives, it's more doable for investors.
Get out. There's tax credits and all that stuff in Oregon.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, we have to talk. We have to talk. Okay. So the projects, you and I will talk offline, but the projects that are coming up, one of which is horror films and a horror channel. And they're looking for line producer and help in that way and da 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 da. And I said, yeah, I've got the perfect person for you, my buddy. But I will not be there. I will not be on set, and I do not want to see any of it. So
Oh, come on.
you
No,
know
I
me,
think
I'm
you
not
should come
doing
to
horror.
set and we should at least kill you off once. you know?
Absolutely not. See, now I'm gonna have dreams. I'm never coming near you because I'm afraid you're gonna kill me off for a
Yeah.
movie.
I always tell my friends, like, your child won't clean their room, bring them to the set, we'll kill them off, and then they'll know what that looks like. And then when you threaten them, I'm going to kill you if you don't clean their room, they're going to know
Oh
what that
goodness.
looks like. And then they're going
Well,
to clean
see,
their room.
you always show me love, but you always scare the heck out of me.
Oh,
Now
come
we're gonna change the subject because I'm starting to get like goosebumps on my goosebumps. Last year, you were fighting the fight of your life,
yeah,
and I was crazy enough to say, "Hey, come to Vegas. I want to honor you." You're like, in between hospital visits, I'll figure this out."
yeah,
But we, we honored you as our survivor of the year last year,
yes,
and
we did.
I
Thank
wish
you.
you could have been there. But I gotta ask you, how are you doing? How you feeling? What's going on with you?
I feel great. I'm
Awesome,
cancer free and have been.
nice.
Yeah, it's great. And I go actually this Monday for my annual cancer checkup. You know, you do that once a year until it's been 5 years and you're cancer free. So this will be year two. And I feel good. I don't think I have it. I keep, talking to myself about not letting my body accept any cancer.
Good.
And it's being positive and really addressing those things in your life that are the stressors that I believe cause cancer. Stress is a big problem for a lot of people, and a lot of it we can't control. But the things that you can control, if you take grasp of that, you can heal yourself. You can certainly heal your world and what's going on in it, but you can heal yourself if you're sick of many things, I believe.
And I trust your judgment. You are amazing. And one of the things we've known each other now at least 10 years.
I know.
Um, yeah, it's crazy. And one of the things that you've been, very much an advocate for is women. You support women's rights, you support the power of women. And you started in Hollywood, like you started in this production world 35 years ago, where there couldn't have been a lot of women doing what you do back then, right?
And as a line producer, there's still not a lot of women that do line producing. It's mostly guys. It's a tough job, and since crews are, I would say, at least 80% male. When you go on the set, you have to get the attention of these guys, and they have to respect you, and they have to listen to you. You know, I have found over the years, for me, it's like men are. I don't want to talk about dissing men, but men are very resistant to having a female in authority, as we all know. And I
Hmm.
think it all goes back to, their mommies making them, clean their
Clean the
rooms and
rooms.
yeah. So as soon as you walk out and ask them something, they're like, oh, it's like mommy's coming back. But, I've learned to use humor with this situation. And it's worked well over the years. I've literally only fired two people in 35 years.
Wow.
And that's partly because good hiring, good instincts, trust your instincts when you hire people. And also, giving people a way to fix the problem if there is a problem. Bring it to their attention, let them fix it. Mostly people want to do a good job and they want to fix a problem if there is a problem. They don't want to be the problem, you know.
Right.
So, give them a chance to fix it. And mostly they will, and they'll even do better. So, I think it's been that kind of, philosophy. It served me well.
What advice would you give a young lady or a young man that are, they're watching from the sidelines? Maybe they're in Oregon or Michigan or, Texas somewhere, and their dream is to work, not be an actor or not be a director, but be a part of the engine that makes that movie happen, like a
Mhm.
line producer or a screenwriter. What advice would you give them?
Well, go after your dream, whatever it is, if it's in film, But you got to understand, it's not easy. Whatever job it is, it's not easy to get the in. When you get the in and you're there, you have to work your butt off. You have to work hard. You can't complain. You can't be a crybaby. No room for that, And you got to learn. You got to have a hunger to feed on this industry. You have to have the ability to get in there and learn and basically find the mentor. Find a mentor that does the job you want to do. If you want to be a DP, find the DP who will help you, who
Hmm.
will teach you, who will take you under their wing. That's the best education ever. I learned everything I know working with a production accountant who I learned for years with.
Yeah.
And then when I started working there and learning all about production accounting, I dove in and started reading all the contracts. Everything comes through the accounting office, all the paperwork, right? So I read all the contracts. I taught myself. I learned. I fed on the information. And then when I did, I found someone that I was working with who was a producer. And I said, this guy that you've got line producing and UPMing for you, and this was on a small stuff, a small TV show. I said, he's not doing the job. And here's what he's not doing. So you can either help him to improve or give me the job and I'll do it better.
Wow.
I'll do it 3 times better. And so she did. And it was a woman. So she gave me the job. She gave me my break. And that was like 30 years ago. I'm still friends with her.
Nice.
Right? Her name is Marilyn Vance. She's an Oscar-winning costume designer who had her own company, and she gave me my break as a UPM. I love her to death for it. I've thanked her many times for it. Without her giving me that chance, I wouldn't have been able to move ahead to where I'm at. And
that's amazing.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's it. But and that's a sample of what women helping other women can do. Women backing each other instead of trying to fight each other constantly.
And that's what this is all about. This 100-day and the Now Honors and the Power of Pink. It's women helping women. Men are welcome. Women just own the stage. And it becomes this amazing, family. And I love people that are part of the Now family. You're part of the Now family. You know my story. I had mentors come along that I never expected. And that's how I ended up where I'm in the seat, producing films and shows and doing all the things that I'm doing.
You have
because
worked
somebody took me under their wing like you.
I mean, since I met you, like you say, 10 years ago, I mean, I've watched how you've grown and what you've done and put together. And again, you can see it's done with not only the energy, but the love that's put into it. Because if you don't love this, it'll just kill you. But if you love it, you'll thrive. You will thrive and it will grow. It's like a little seed and you plant it, but you got to water it. You got to weed it. You got to tend to it, like raising a child, and I, like I said, I can't say it enough. I love what I do. I hope to never retire. I hope to, when I pass, I hope I'm sitting on my computer writing a script and just follow.
You're amazing. You're my friend, my buddy, one of my mentors. You crack me up the middle of the night. The phone goes ding. And it's the funniest meme or something that you just found somewhere. You're absolutely amazing. I'm so proud that we got to honor you last year. And I'm so happy that
thank
you're
you
part
so
of
much.
the Now
That was so
family.
sweet.
I can't wait. I can't wait for us to work together. I know we got projects coming that we're going to be doing together. And
let's do it.
Thanks for hanging out with me today.
All right, cool. Love you.
Love you too. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this episode. I know I did. I want you to come back next time. And yeah, I'm a computer geek that had the nerve to jump into film and television and all that and didn't even know I was doing it. I just came across the right people or they came to me and said, hey, let me show you the light down this road. And that's what got us here today. I hope you're following your dreams. And as always, I'm Tigo. I'll talk to you next time.